Not only is canned chicken super convenient, but it's so versatile. I love using canned chicken for appetizers, dinner recipes, casseroles, you name it. But today I'm gonna be sharing 3 of my favorites. I think y'all are gonna love these, so let's get cooking. All right, first up we have this creamy and flavorful chicken salad. This is one of my most favorite things to make, especially coming into spring and summer, whether we need a light lunch, whether it's for a picnic, or just a quick and easy dinner. So the ingredients we're gonna need for this, we already have our canned chicken here. We're gonna need some salt and pepper or any seasonings that you choose. Of course, mayonnaise, we gotta have a little Duke's. We have some chopped celery, some finely chopped celery, some chopped red onion. I really like to do some nuts in my chicken salad, so this is just some chopped pecans. And then we're gonna add all of that to a buttery, flaky croissant. It's gonna be so good. All right, so this is about 2 cups of cooked chicken or 2 cans. I like to drain my canned chicken and rinse it a couple times just to rinse all that off. And now I'm just going to chop it up just a little bit more because I kind of like my chicken salad to be pretty finely chopped chicken in there. All right, so the first thing we're gonna add is our mayonnaise. Feel free to, of course, use whatever mayonnaise you prefer. And I'm gonna start with about 1/2 cup. And of course, I'll have all of these recipes typed out below for you so you don't have to write anything down right now. All right, next I'm gonna add in some red onion. I love red onion in my chicken salad because it adds that little bit of sweetness. I'm gonna add probably about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup, just depending on how much you prefer. This is probably about 3/4 cup of chopped celery. I like to chop mine pretty small. Another thing I really like to add to my chicken salad is craisins. I love that little bit of sweetness that it adds, or you can even add some fresh grapes as well. But with the red onion in there, since it's a little bit sweet, I didn't want too many sweet things going on. So we're just gonna stick with our celery, red onion, mayonnaise. Also gonna add some black pepper, tiny little pinch of salt, and then I'm also gonna add 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. Walnuts are also really good in here as well. Now we're just gonna give everything a mix. This chicken salad is loaded, y'all, but it is so good. I love to make this up. This is perfect for if you go camping like we do. Just pop all of this in your cooler to take to the beach. And this is really good with just about anything. Chips, crackers, but you can't go wrong with a croissant. So I'm just gonna cut them open. I think I'm gonna cut them not quite all the way through, just kind of holds them all together. I love doing this for get-togethers. Just kind of pile it in there. And these are so good. Does that not look delicious or what? That is a perfect springtime lunch, if you ask me. All right, y'all like the taste test last time, so I think we're gonna do the taste test as we go this time.
Which one can I have?
Whatever one you want.
Oh, yay.
Hayden won that one.
Hayden wants that one?
We have some other taste testers over here in our live audience.
This is our live audience.
You can have this big one.
Okay, thank you.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
I mean, chicken salad is one of my favorites, so I love it. It's delicious. I love the crunch from the celery, tiny bit of sweetness from the onion, the pecan as well.
I like how light it is. So I think with the way that we chop the onions, the celery, and everything in very fine diced, gives it that additional crunch, but also gives you enough flavor to where it all marries together as well.
And you're not getting a huge bite of celery or...
Exactly.
Yeah, so finely dice the onion and the celery, that's the key.
Yep, awesome.
Next up we have a buffalo chicken ring. This is super easy to make, but it makes for a little bit more of a fun presentation, whether it's for game day parties or just a casual get together. So for this recipe down here, we have 2 cans of chicken, again drained and rinsed. We're gonna use 1/2 block of cream cheese, which we're gonna soften here in just a second. For this recipe, we're gonna need 2 cans of the Pillsbury Crescent rolls. And then over here, we just have some shredded Monterey Jack cheese. Cheddar works really well in this recipe too. And then of course, you're gonna need your favorite buffalo sauce. I have these two out here. Normally we are big fans of Frank's Red Hot, in particular the wing sauce for something like this, but we noticed that Kinder's has came out with a line of sauces and they have a buffalo, so we're very eager to try this out and see how it is. All right, so first we're gonna make our filling for our buffalo chicken ring. We're gonna add in our canned chicken first. And again, I'm just gonna go ahead and break up my chicken into a little bit of smaller pieces. And of course, any of these recipes that we're making today work well with just any cooked chicken, leftover chicken, or rotisserie chicken. But I love canned chicken just because I already know it's in my pantry. I don't even have to run to the store for rotisserie chicken. All right, next we're gonna add in that cream cheese. We just softened it in the microwave so we can stir it a little easier. Next, we're gonna add in a bag of Monterrey Jack cheese. And like I said, you can use cheddar in this as well. That's what I would typically use in like a buffalo chicken dip. But we love the cheese pull of a Monterey Jack. Makes it super creamy and cheesy and just really good. All right, so for hot sauce, Darren tried the Kinder's. It's the wing and dip sauce in the buffalo flavor. I'm not sure what all kinds they have. I know they have a whole entire line, so I'm really excited to kind of give these all a try. But Darren said it's pretty spicy, so how much should we use? Maybe about, what's a third cup? Let's try a third cup. I'll put the measurements we end up using down below. I don't want to make it too spicy because my kids do really love buffalo chicken stuff. It smells good. Oh my goodness. My mouth is watering, y'all. All right, let's just give everything a stir. It smells so good. That buffalo sauce, I can already tell it's gonna be good. All right, so when you're making a buffalo chicken ring, the consistency is gonna be a little bit different than like a dip. You really want it to kind of hold its shape more because when we place it in the ring, we don't want it to be, you know, melting and falling out everywhere. So I think this consistency looks pretty good. You can kind of see how it kind of holds its shape and sticks together. I'm gonna get that to the side. All right, next we just have a pizza pan here. I'm gonna spray it with some cooking spray, just kind of lightly. You can also use some parchment paper, I guess, if you wanted to do that. And then next we're gonna bring over our crescent rolls. I'm sure most of y'all know how to make a crescent roll ring at this point, but I'm still gonna show you just in case somebody doesn't. So basically, your crescent rolls, of course, come in these little triangles. We're gonna kind of gently pull them apart, and then the long flat side goes towards the middle, and the pointy side goes out, almost like we're gonna be creating a sun. And when we roll it up, you'll see we'll create a ring. One thing you can do is place a bowl right in the center of your pan, and that will kind of give you a guide if you want it to be, you know, perfect. I usually don't care, but let's make it perfect today, or as close as we can. And all you do, when you take your second triangle, you want it to kind of overlap a little bit. Like that. And since you have 8 triangles in one can, that's just a good way to kind of guide yourself, just to use 8 on one side and 8 on the other. All right, so y'all can see how we kind of have about half of our pan filled up. We have 8 croissants on that side. So I'm gonna grab our second can of crescent rolls and do the same thing back here. All right, so I have all of my crescent rolls in there. I'm gonna remove the bowl, and now I'm just gonna flatten out this part, because this part right here is just our surface area for where we're gonna place that buffalo chicken. All right, now I've brought back over our buffalo chicken mixture. We're just gonna start placing it around the ring. All right, so lastly, we're just gonna take each little triangle and kind of fold it over and pinch it to the middle. We're gonna do this all the way around the ring. So when we're doing this, we're gonna pretty much cover all the chicken, but if you have little spaces in there, that is perfectly fine. The main thing is you just wanna kind of get it at the bottom so it doesn't start popping out at the bottom. I already have the oven on 350. This is going in there for anywhere between 25 and 30 minutes till it's nice and golden brown. All right, looks so good, smells delicious. I'm gonna add my bowl back to the middle. We're gonna add some ranch. That way if people wanna have ranch on top, they can drizzle a little bit on top. Of course, you could add blue cheese if you like that as well. Celery sticks to make it cute. You could also serve it with celery and or carrot sticks.
I think this is going 11 out of 10. Absolutely delicious.
Is that good?
Oh, it's delicious.
What do you think about the Kinders?
The Kinders, I think, is not as spicy mixed with everything else as when I tasted it. It's really, really
Do you
good.
think it adds more flavor than like the Franks that we normally use, or about the same?
I think I'm going to have to switch.
Okay. Kinders, sponsor us.
Kinders.
Is it the, hold on, I gotta try another bite.
It's a big old bite.
Big old cheesy bite. There's just something about Crescent rolls. I love it with the buffalo sauce because you get a little bit of spicy and a little bit of sweetness from the Crescent roll. And of course that cool ranch on top. Can't go wrong with that. Also can't go wrong with anything cheesy. I really like this. I think this will be perfect for a party or a get together, like I said, just to kind of switch things up from a normal taco ring or from your normal buffalo chicken dip. Really, really good. All right, lastly, but definitely not least, we're gonna make some chicken chimichangas. I'm so excited about this recipe because these are one of my kids' absolute favorites and also my grandpa's favorite. Anytime we go to our local Mexican restaurant, she orders these. So I'm excited to see if I can recreate it at home or see how close we can get. All right, really simple ingredients for this one as well. So down here we have, of course, our canned chicken. We're gonna need some salsa. This is mainly for the garnish, but some enchilada sauce, ground cumin, a little bit of butter. We won't use all of that. We're gonna need some burrito-sized tortillas to wrap up our chimichangas, some onion. Again, we won't use all of that. Have some shredded Mexican blend cheese. And then we are gonna fry these up today, so I have some canola oil. But you can, of course, bake these or do these in the air fryer, but a traditional chimichanga is a fried burrito. So we're gonna fry them. All right, first we're gonna get the filling going for the chicken chimichangas. First, I'm just gonna add a couple tablespoons of butter, and we're gonna go ahead and saute up some onion. So I don't really want the raw onion in there. You could also add peppers or even some chopped tomatoes in here as well. I know our Mexican place has chopped tomatoes in their filling, but we're just gonna stick with the onion for this. All right, so our onions have started to soften up a little bit. They don't have to be all the way soft, just a little bit, you know, because they're gonna be in the filling. All right, next we're gonna bring over our chicken. I'm gonna add that in. All right, next I'm adding in probably about half a tablespoon of ground cumin. I love using salsa to do this because your salsa already has garlic, peppers, all kinds of good stuff in there. Tomatoes, of course.
Jalapenos.
So it really just kind of saves you a step. We're just gonna stir everything together. And we're just gonna let this warm through because after we assemble our chimichangas and start frying them up, they're really not gonna take long at all. So the filling kind of needs to be warm beforehand because they're not gonna be in that oil long enough to heat throughout. Just the outside will get crispy. All right, and lastly to our mixture, we're just gonna add, what is this, a cup?
Yeah, it's a cup.
A cup of Mexican blend
Jennifer
cheese. Jennifer cup. My family knows about them. How I measure. All right, we're just gonna give it a stir. We'll just let it sit over here just for a couple minutes until it gets melted and nice and warm. And then it'll be time to start assembling our chimichangas.
Oh my.
It's good? For real? Does it taste legit?
You need to try that.
Does it slap?
Is
it bussin'?
It's bussin', slapping, jiggy, and all that stuff.
Say you have teenagers without saying you have teenagers.
Yeah.
Y'all know about the recipe? slapping or bussing. Oh my gosh, I know I'm embarrassing my kids right now. So I'm just gonna move our filling over to the side. And now we're gonna get our oil heating up. So this is just a medium size frying pan. I'm gonna bring over my canola oil. Feel free to use whatever kind of oil you wanna use. If you don't wanna use canola or vegetable, whatever you want, just make sure it has a high smoke point so it doesn't burn. And you want probably, I don't know, that's probably a little less than 1 inch of oil in there. We're just gonna let that get nice and hot. All right, so we're gonna start to fill our chimichangas. A little bit of that chicken mixture in there. Fold it over. Trying to roll it tight, but not tear the burrito. Okay, this over here is just some flour and water. I'm gonna attempt to seal it shut, just like that. Looks like a chimichanga. All right, let's take it over here to the oil. I saw somebody else kind of hold the seam in, hold it shut for just a minute or two to kind of help seal it, because we don't want that grease inside the chimichanga. I'm so scared. And this should only take a couple minutes on each side to brown up. We'll have a chimichanga. I'm kind of excited. Oh my gosh. Y'all, do y'all see this, honey? This is a Mexican restaurant. It looks good.
Oh my gosh, it looks delicious. How do you think it's doing?
I am so impressed. Like, I can't believe we can make real chimichangas at home. It is crispy. I'm getting it out.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna bring it over here. We have a little rack with some paper towels underneath in case it drips. Does that not look delicious or what? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest assembled. We'll be ready to try these. I'm so excited. All right, y'all, do these not look delicious? We're gonna get them, ooh, crispy. Did y'all hear that? It's flying off, it's so crispy. In our Mexican restaurant, they drizzle the tops with what they call brown sauce or red sauce. So we're gonna do a little of that. And the best part, they also drizzle with a little queso. Okay, this looks delicious.
Oh my.
Cilantro for the top.
Ready for this?
All right, we're ready to try it. We're gonna see if it's kid approved. They're still full from the buffalo ring, but they're gonna try it later. We're gonna see if we think Grandpa would approve.
Grandpa will approve. All right.
My favorite part is the corner where it's all folded up and fried. Imagine that.
Cheese sauce on it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Oh my God. We did it. That is awesome.
You're gonna love these.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna want me to make this every week. I ain't lying. Does it slap?
It slaps.
Is it bussin'?
It's bussin'.
We're gonna have to make this for Grandma.
Mm-hmm.
All right, friends, thank you so much for cooking along with me today. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you're thinking about trying any of these recipes. I hope you're all having an amazing week. Subscribe before you go if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys real soon in my next one. Bye, y'all. Chimichanga, chimichanga, yum, yum, yum. Chimichanga, chimichanga, we are done. Chimichanga taco, quesadilla.
You want me to rhyme with quesadilla? Who do you think you are? Want me to rhyme with quesadilla?